it's Karen, the Weekend Craftaholic. I've got something a little different today. I wanted to go through a review of my crafting plans for 2020, but before I started that I thought maybe I should just give a bit of a recap for 2019. So I've got myself a cup of tea. The video will be a mix of photographs. You're not just going to look at me with my hands, but I've left the space clear because I wanted to show you some things. So let's get stuck in. So 2019. What did I have for my goal for 2019? So I actually had on my list that I wanted to start doing a little bit more in terms of design team work. So this is something I'd seen a couple of years before and thought it was way beyond my ability. You know, no one knows me in this sleepy little part of Perth in Western Australia, and it really was an aspiration. And I joined Facebook groups that had design team calls. I looked on brand websites to see if they were advertising. I followed a lot of people on Instagram and really excited. Last year was the first year I got involved in a couple of design teams. So the first one was Scrapping Fun Kits, and I'm just going to show you here some photos of some of my most favourite products that I did with Raylene. Now, she's amazing. She's another fellow crafter over in Queensland, and I don't think she's actually doing Scrapping Fun Kits anymore, but she is very visible online as the dyslexic scrapper. So I will put all her links below as well, so I'm a big fan. And it really did help build my confidence. The other thing that I really enjoyed about the design team was actually being sent something and having to create something from that. And I feel like 2019 was the year I got out of my comfort zone. It really challenged, and it made crafting a little bit more interesting for me as well, because I was receiving something and thought, oh man, how am I going to make this work? And I did, and I was really pleased. And some of my most favourite projects of last year actually came from these kits. So that was the first one I was involved in. I think that was for 3 or 4 months. And then I also was part of Polka Dot Orchard, another digital stamps. So I was very, very grateful Jessica took a bit of a punt on me. Just want to show you my most favourite project with her. So this is in my pocket page notebook, and yes, I did fussy cut all of these out, stuck them down kind of decoupage style with some glittery Mod Podge, and I just love it. This is one of my favourite notebooks now because of this. And it also, by doing that, I got into a lot more colouring than I've done in previous years, with watercolours as well as normal pencils using Gamsol. So it really did stretch me and show me another part of crafting that I've not tried before. So I would strongly encourage, if you're looking to set yourself goals for 2020, don't just stick with your comfort zone. You know, I've always loved embossing. For example, I've not done a lot of embossing in 2019 because I did spend a little bit more time doing other fun stuff like that. Tying in with that, I want to talk about Scrapbookcom because I don't think I've ever done this before. And if a lot of you watch a lot of crafting YouTube channels, you'll know we always put links, and we always put a little disclaimer that these are affiliate links. So what does that mean? Basically, it means that Scrapbookcom have accepted me as an affiliate, and I don't get kind of pay per clicks. So if you just click on the site, I don't think I get anything for that. I never have anyway. But if you purchase something from that link within 30 days, I'll get commission, and that commission depends on the product, if there's a promo code, that kind of thing. I absolutely love Scrapbook.com, and I would not be affiliated with them if I didn't love their products. The variety that they have is amazing. I even feel even though it's in America, the shipping is still fantastic. I get it within a week to 10 days. So if you see my links below and you think, oh, I've just used a product in that layout that I'd like to try myself, if you purchase through that link, you will not be charged extra. It's commission only, which means Scrapbook.com just pay me a commission. So you don't get charged extra, and it's just a way of them knowing that I guess I've referred you to the site to purchase that, if that makes sense. If you've got any questions, please put them in the comments box. I'm happy to explain it a little bit more. And no, that wasn't a goal at the start of the year, but that kind of stuff, that popped up. So that was one of my big achievements, I think, for 2019. I'll be completely honest, I've not received anything as of yet. I haven't met the threshold in terms of commission, so don't think I'm making heaps of money off these links. I still haven't reached the minimum, as I've said. So it just kind of accumulates until you get to $100. So I'm still probably a long way from that, especially because I didn't realise initially that the links expired after 30 days. but that's fine. It's still something I want to be part of, and they offer great products that I'm able to show to you as well, like the cut files for the Australia Day bushfire relief appeal. You know, they 100% of the proceeds of that went to the Red Cross appeal, so love being affiliated with them. But again, 2019, what I did have on my radar though, I wanted to carry on with Project Life. Very unsuccessful. I kind of stopped at August. You'll have seen that in my last video. And I also wanted to do Day in the Life for the first time, and it never happened. So I guess I want to show and explain that, you know, you may all have this big list of things you want to do. It's not the end of the world if you don't get through them all. You don't need to be hard on yourself. But what I'm thinking this year is, don't just make a massive list and aim for it. Keep the list really specific and targeted to what I want to achieve. So I'm happy to put Day in the Life on the list that, you know what, I'm probably never going to get to it. One little word. I'll talk a bit more about that for 2020, but again, it was a little bit of a fail. I did start off strong. I got on my little pocket page notebook ready. You know, I think it was March that I ended up falling by the wayside. So I think I'm going to reuse the word this year, grow, because it's still very relevant for me. And I'm going to revamp this, put some little kind of insert in just to explain that it's a fall on from 2019, but definitely something I want to continue. The other thing that wasn't on my list for 2019, which I fell in love with, is flip kits on mini albums. So the Stamp Spot, if you're not familiar with them, and I wasn't till the Stamp Spot sent me this for a product review, and it was basically a kit. The amount of stuff in it, man, I literally crafted for about 4 hours straight, and there was still lots of it left. I've got a video on this as well, but again, it's something, I guess, with being involved in the design teams and being sent something to play with, it really resonated with me that this is a great way to scrap. So I made this for my daughter, and I just love it, and I think it's a great way to send happy mail. It's a great way of using up scraps as well, but like I say, you can buy the kits like this already. Great way of testing different techniques. You know, I'd never put sequins on an acetate sheet before, and it's one of my favourite effects. So really is one of the highlights of 2019 for me. This is the only other one that I've got, and that's because when I finished it, I decided I was going to keep it for myself. So this was using the Heritage Collection, and it was just the idea. I've not even put many photos on it yet, but it was, again, just playing around with the shapes. I saw Paige Evans do one with, I think it was Love Hearts, and I thought, it was the pennant flags with nested dies, and I thought, well, I've got hexagon nested dies, let me see how it works. And again, I've got a video on this, and I love it so much that I've kept it for myself. So these are great little projects that don't take too much time, because you can do them in stages, and I just think they make my craft room look like a happy place to be. And the other thing that came kind of out the blue was the pocket advent calendar. So I'm going to show you some pictures of this again as well, because it was a swap basically. And it was for basically a crafting advent calendar. So the challenge was to keep it in a pocket page notebook, and also just little gifts as well. So I really enjoyed doing that, and I hope they do that again this year, because I'd love to be part of that again. One of the things that I did do last year was my December daily, and I've still not finished. I guess like many other people, I've still not finished it. I'm getting there though. I'm loving this format. With doing the mini albums and using these little book rings, I really felt this was a better way for me than pocket pages for my December daily, because I could have each little layer as fat as I wanted it to be. You know, with some dimension and some space in there. So really loving this particular format. Again, as I said, I'll put links down below, because I'm thinking I'm going to do the same next year as well with these acetate covers. The other thing that you probably already guessed, this is my little memory decks box, and I'm going to create a new one for 2020 actually. So yes, this is something that is definitely on my list again this year. So on my Instagram, every Monday I'm posting a different memory decks card, just with hashtag memorydexmonday, and so that will be a weekly project for me going forward. And because they're so quick, it's great. I just love how quick they are to do, so you can see how effective they get, how much dimension you can put in them. Yeah, they're a really cute way, again using up some supplies. The other thing that I did, because I'd started subscribing to Citrus Twist Kits, and they give you 6x8 papers, And so the majority of this is citrus biscuits, would you believe? And I only subscribed for about 4 months, and I've still got heaps in the kits. But I decided I was going to, I need to stitch this down. I decided that I needed to just keep these somewhere separate. Just flipping through now as I talk to you, just to give you some ideas. These are just little layouts, if you like. I was uploading process videos on my YouTube. I wasn't getting a lot of hits. So what I've been doing with these is just posting them on my Instagram instead. Because I do want to share my designs and techniques with you. That's not to say I won't be sharing any more layouts on my channel. I absolutely will. But again, I've got another platform, if you like, to do this on. And again, I'm just loving stitching, all that kind of good stuff. Again, I felt the best way to keep these all nice and neat and organised. I'm going to go through them all with these split rings. And I've got these giant ones. I think these are 3-inch. And that will just help me have lots of opportunity to make them grow. So I've already started my cover for this year. I just need to stitch those down, and I've already started some layers as well. So I wanted to share those with you as well and get those out of the way. So that's my 2019 wrap up. Let's get stuck into 2020. So I've got my craft planner. I always get it all nicely. Let me go grab it. Get all decorated, ready to go, and start thinking about what I want to achieve. And you can see I've got some things here with just little tags where I've got ideas of what I'll do that month. Otherwise it's just nice and blank, all decorated with stickers, ready to go. So a couple of things that I'm going to continue to do that I've done previously is December daily. So I've done this 3-4 years now, so I'm definitely gonna, that'll be something I'm going to continue. I managed to achieve it last year, and I'm going to do it again. The December daily is definitely in there. The thing I'm going to do is Project Life, kind of a hybrid. Project Life in my Happy Planner. I'm not going to use the big albums and the pocket pages. I'm going to use this classic Happy Planner that I've got, and I'm going to give it a couple of months before I do a video on this, just because I'm not sure if it's going to be sustainable or not, but so far it's going okay for me. So I just need to see how much maintenance it's going to take. But that is my plan for Project Life, to use this Happy Planner, and I am enjoying it so far. The other thing I'm going to do is my one little word that I mentioned for 2020. I'm going to keep the same word, which is grow, because that does still resonate with me. And I'm going to keep mini albums on my list, combined with Happy Mail. So I'd really like to start doing some more Happy Mail this year, and they'll probably take the form of mini albums, I would imagine. So if you're interested in doing a bit of a swap, or you'd like to receive something, let me know, because that's definitely something I want to do, probably more towards the middle of the year. So they're a firm favourite. If the Christmas Pocket Advent Calendar opportunity comes up again, I definitely want to be involved in that. That was a whole lot of fun to give as well as to receive. I will continue Memorydex Mondays. I love that little project. So in terms of design teams, I do have some exciting news. I can't give you the details just yet, but I will be involved in 2 different design teams for a 3-month stint on each. You'll find out more about that when the time comes. I'm going to just do one craft haul video at the end of each month or beginning of the next month. So I'm still going to take my videos as my goodies arrive, but I'm just going to show it in one hit. The other thing I want to continue doing is my something old, something new. Try and do that at the start of the month for the previous month, and I just want to focus on stuff that I've really enjoyed using that past month. And I just wanted to emphasize it shouldn't always be something new. I feel like we get wrapped up in watching haul videos and everything's new, and our craft rooms are going to be exploding with goodies, and you know, we should all really be a bit more conscious of what we got and use what we've got, and not just accumulate stuff for the sake of it. So I'll be continuing to do that, and again, I keep a note in my craft planner throughout the month of what I've done, and then I can look back and reflect and think, okay, what did I enjoy using this month? So I'm going to continue. So there'll be a monthly video with a craft haul, a monthly something old, something new. I will still do the hits and misses for the year, just talking you through things that I've really enjoyed in the year, as well as products I may have bought that's just not working for me. The other thing that I wanted to do was, now that I've got my Cricut machine, I wanted to do a little bit more with cut files. So not necessarily videos, I don't think I'll be doing Cricut videos, but I will be, probably you'll see a lot more in my projects, a lot more cut files coming in. In terms of online stuff, I do have a blog, www.weekendcraftaholic.com, and it's probably not as up to date as I'd like. I probably only post once a month, so I want to start doing a little bit more on that. So if you like to read blogs rather than just watch videos as well, I'd love you to check that out. And the final thing I want to touch on is Weekend Sewaholic. So Weekend Sewaholic, what is it? So because I spend as much time sewing as I do paper crafting, I did originally try to merge the two into the one Weekend Craftaholic name, if you like. Surprisingly, the majority of my views are for the sewing stuff, so I did actually split off, create a new Weekend Sewaholic channel, but it has been neglected because my daughter's been away and it's really difficult to record sewing videos on your own because of the angles you need, that kind of stuff. So now she's back, this year is definitely firmly on my list to share more sewing projects. There'll be lots of little projects, and maybe as I get more confident and experienced and being able to share tips with you, maybe some of the dressmaking stuff that I'm learning this year as well. Still not decided whether that will all be separate on Weekend Sewaholic. May well keep it on to Weekend Craftaholic, but if I do, they'll be midweek videos. So if you're not interested in sewing, you're already a subscriber, you don't think that my channel is just going to be completely changed, I'll purposely keep it to midweek, but not yet landed on that. We'll see how it goes. I am going to be really busy in terms of crafting over the next few months anyway, with projects that I've got lined up, so it's probably not something that's going to happen till after Easter, so that gives me plenty of time to think about it. But if you've got any thoughts on the subject, I'd love to hear them, because I'm really in two minds. I don't know whether to keep everything separate on a separate Sewaholic channel or just merge it all in. So that is my crafting plans for 2020. If you've not considered formalising your crafting plans for this year, I hope I've given you some ideas, new things you might want to try yourself. If there's any questions at all, I'd love to hear them in the comments. And I hope you have a great weekend. Thanks for watching.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you've got any comments about this video, please leave them below. I'd love to see them. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. That way YouTube knows to recommend similar ones for you. And finally, if you'd like to see more from me, and I hope so, please subscribe by clicking the link below. I post new content every weekend.